I have been looking forward to covering Virgo, my sister sign, since the beginning of the Astrolegacy challenge. Virgo is mutable Earth. They're ruled by Mercury. Their symbol is the Virgin, much to the chagrin of boys born at the end of the summer everywhere. And they are represented by the tarot card, the Hermit, one of my faves. My all-time favorite housewives ever are Virgos. This is actually one of the major factors that led me down the rabbit hole to studying astrology deeper. I wanted to know why I thought all the best housewives were Virgos, and also why all the Taurus housewives have been arrested.
I'm passionate about dogs, just not crazy about bitches.
The only thing.
Keep it together, Aviva.
The only thing that is artificial or fake about me.
This is a letter from my attorney. It's a letter of consistency.
Go give it to my attorney.
No, here's your letter, bitch.
Touch me. I'll throw your skinny
Go
little
ahead.
ass in
Show
the
me.
pool.
Throw me.
Don't touch my daughter.
One thing Giselle knows about herself is that I need for you to be a little mean to me. Otherwise, I don't like you anymore.
Why don't you have a piece of bread and maybe you'll calm down a little?
Shame on you. You're disgusting, Kim.
This is my self-soother I'm using today.
Oh, cool.
I had a rough night last night.
Okay. So when I sat there and they started with me, I just wanted to eviscerate them with words. And I thought, God, wow, is she pernicious? She's just a pernicious. Her behavior was pernicious.
You hate me, Lisa. You hate me.
You know what? You're not important enough to hate. Sit down.
This t-shirt is just a way of making light of what we know. God bless.
There you go.
Okay, you feeling this?
I like that.
Okay. Robin and I are gonna walk out, and I'm gonna allow you to read everything that's on the back of my shirt. So
Turn around, let me see it.
What is
Hey,
that?
Uncle Ben, tax reform.
Giselle, you tacky as hell.
You didn't come as a friend at all.
How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion!
I feel that she's nervous. I don't mean to make her nervous. That much.
I've been like a nervous wreck since 7 o'clock this morning. I was going to leave this morning. Seriously. This helps me.
The more I stood up for myself, she just kept getting madder and madder. I knew I was winning.
I thought that, Teddy, maybe you were gonna be a little boring. That was my first impression, like, oh, and then pregnant, God help us.
The most insecure woman I've ever met my whole life. Get it together.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah, walk away. That's all you know how to do.
You will never see my face again. Goodbye. You guys.
I listened to a podcast the other day about Virgo during my research that mentioned, as a sign ruled by Mercury alongside Gemini, that Virgos actually have just as much like frantic and scattered mental energy as Gemini is typed to have. They are just more inwardly focused. Mercury is actually exalted in Virgo as well, meaning that it's at its strongest in Virgo. So the Virgos listening can feel smug that they're actually the more mercurial sign up against Gemini. Jupiter is also in detriment in Virgo, meaning that it's weak when it's in Virgo section of the sky. Jupiter is often associated with luck, so I'm taking this to explain why Cucumber seems so cursed and unlucky. So before I even started building this house, I tried to channel my inner Virgo, and I started by organizing a plan beforehand. I made a list of the rooms we would need and then did my best to try and draw out a floor plan before I even opened up The Sims 2. I was really imagining sort of a Madame Sullivan from Howl's Moving Castle, sort of a Kiki's family home in Kiki's Delivery Service kind of vibe, where it's very like fantasy adjacent, but also scientific. She's like a researcher, she's a botanist almost, growing plants for like a medicinal purpose or like for scientific purposes versus the more like nurturing and for food purposes that Taurus may grow plants in comparison. I'm also planning to have a storefront at this home because she needs to have a home business to keep working on all of her talent badges as well. So I decided to also have a section of the home devoted to her small plant and robot business. As I started building, I very cautiously proceeded, counting out like the exact tiles we would need, trying to be more symmetrical, and also making sure that the floor plan felt very sensible and supportive for the whole house before like adding the walls and extra rooms, just kind of trying to honor Virgo, thinking ahead, planning, the problem solver when I was doing my building process. Very much the opposite of the vibes-based building I was doing with our sister sign, Pisces. As we've discussed throughout the challenge, Virgo is stereotyped to be kind of anxious perfectionists, very critical, quiet and reserved and analytical. I've known very uptight Virgos that fit this description to a T, but I've also met very chaotic Virgos that are the polar opposite. But I also think that that speaks to how much there is a focus on those areas of life for Virgo, that they could be very polarizingly organized or very polarizingly disorganized. I saw a few astrologers associate Virgo also with the asteroid / miniature minor planet Chiron. Essentially, Chiron is called the wounded healer, and it's supposed to be about our deepest pains, how we address those pains, and how our own healing powers have the ability to help others. It kind of is related to like shadow work. It's basically taking our biggest traumas and hurt spots and showing us how we can take action and heal those areas of ourselves so that we can then heal others collectively. It's the work we do to care for ourselves that then ripples outward. I think that this does have a good association with Virgo, with its emphasis on its like healing, nursing sort of nature. Because on that Virgo-Pisces axis, it's really like Virgo and Pisces are both ultimately having a main mission of trying to heal and serve others, both in the like ethereal, emotional plane and in the material realm. Pisces is going to try to serve others by healing them emotionally, empathizing with them, being sensitive to their emotional state, whereas Virgo would be a little more down to earth and material, being an earth sign. They're going to want to be doing acts of service or giving you critiques or trying to fix for you. My first serious relationship was with a Virgo, and we were together for many years. And learning astrology later in life after we broke up helped me cope a lot with the ways that we were incompatible in hindsight. It was a very astrology ho, that makes so much sense moment for me when I learned that my ex was a Virgo, essentially the opposite of me. It was very like an aha moment about like why he didn't like it when I didn't match my socks, or chastised me about keeping my room a big mess, or found me to be ridiculous and unserious all the time. He was very archetypical Virgo in that he had his walls painted dark gray and black. He voluntarily got a demanding job that made him aloof and withdrawn most of our relationship. And he also cheated on me early on, and I didn't learn about it until the day he dumped me. Yeah, that is correct. He dumped me, even though he cheated on me and lied about it for years. And if you can believe it, I thanked him for it years later. Yeah, can you believe that? I think it ties into this thing about Virgos being so observant, critical, persnickety. This bitch could see we didn't have a future and dumped my ass and then ghosted me. And you know, like my dumb double Pisces Cancer rising ass would have totally stayed if not for him like cutting me off at that point in my life. And it was absolutely humiliating. But I tell you, it was the single best thing that could have ever happened to me. It was so embarrassing. It was so tragic. I was a tender age. It was hard to swallow. It was very humbling. It definitely like emotionally destroyed me and my trust for many, many years, but it also really forced me to confront my shadow side and like work on myself, like for realsies. And this will probably just sound to you like delusional Pisces coping, but honestly, I'm really glad, truly, when I look back on it and that happened. I think I would have lived a lot less happy of a life if there wasn't that, you know, force that came in and split us up. I would have hung in there. I would have been in a less than great relationship for a long time if not for that cutting criticism of how we didn't belong together. Getting dumped by someone when you weren't ready for it and not ready to accept it is a hugely embarrassing, humiliating, humbling experience that I think everyone should go through, because if you've ever met someone who's never been dumped before, it shows. But anyway, I'm sharing this deeply personal and cringe fact about myself and my history, not because I'm just trying to be a victimized Pisces. It's because I want you to know, especially if you've been dumped in a humiliating way, maybe by an unevolved Virgo who wasn't ready to tell you about the problems that they had with you and the criticisms, and instead cheated on you and lied to you about it for years. I want you to know that that's not a character flaw in you. Sometimes personalities just function completely differently from yours, and even though you might have the same overarching goals, we just functionally are very different, and sometimes those bad times that happen are actually the inciting incident to your personal growth and becoming a better and more fully rounded person. And I really, really believe that. That being said, if you're listening to this right now and you are a Virgo and you have some issues with your partner, I would suggest breaking up with them. Break up with them. Stop hiding a secret relationship from your partner. And you might think I'm just calling out my own ex. No, I've met multiple Virgos who have done this. That being said, not all Virgos. Not here to slander Virgos. I really look up to them most of the time. So anyway, how about that Virgo house? For Virgo, I've always known I've wanted to do something very infused with plants, especially that ivy I am such a slut for. I heard Virgo described as the apothecary, the alchemist, the problem solver, also the earth witch. This not only inspired me to try to create some sort of herbology class aesthetic, dark academia, greenhouse, hybrid small home, but also to pursue Virgo becoming a witch, something I hadn't thought about prior. I looked more deeply into the magic system for The Sims 2, which was surprisingly complex. I hadn't ever looked at it before, and I didn't realize that there are 3 alignments of witches. I should have, because there's the good witch and the bad witch, but I didn't know that there was also a neutral witch. So there's neutral good and evil. I think that neutral witchery suits Virgo perfectly. It connects them to that witchy potion brewing archetype that they're often associated with, and it also allows Cucumber to learn the most powerful spells in the game, which only helps our goal of making her a super sim. So with all this in mind, I kind of set out to have this storefront in the front where we would sell all of our flowers and our robots that we make, anything else that we might make from our talent badges. And notice that you can only get into the main area of the house if you go through the mysterious bookcase. This should keep a lot of our guests out of the main house unless we want them to be there. Now that I think about it, I don't think there will be any way that a guest can come through the house, but that's perfect to me. I think that's great. I think especially because our Virgo is very shy and kind of a loner, I feel like potentially Virgo could be typed as a loner in the zodiac. I think that it works that not anyone can just waltz into the house. I knew from the very beginning as well that I wanted to make a big chunk of the house a greenhouse, and I thought it would be really cool to have it be a multiple story greenhouse where the balcony of the upstairs was inside of the greenhouse still. It's kind of still trying to do that sort of Madame Sullivan like researcher kind of like I'm living in a greenhouse research facility sort of feeling that I was going for with Virgo. So I did make the entire back of the house a greenhouse, and hopefully in a different way than we've done before, where I tried to use it as a screened-in porch for the Cancer house. This is supposed to be more like you are inside of a greenhouse. So I tried to make it really decorative and have lots of different plants and stuff. This is also where the dining room is, and the balcony of the master bedroom comes out to the second floor of the greenhouse as well. The biggest challenge that I found with this is that the way that I built this house, the roof was really hard to build. You'll see what I eventually settle on, but it takes me a long time to get there. Of course I'm sprinkling ivy all over this house. Of course I am. I wanted to go for kind of like a stone, like black, gray, classical stone with green as the main accent color for the entire house. I feel like there's almost like a gothic feel at times. I think there's some overlap with like the vibes that Scorpio has with Virgo. I see all the time that Virgos and Scorpios actually are a good pair. I see lots of people talking about that like on message boards about like, what's your favorite sign? I see that cited often. But yeah, you'll see how like the fucking roof like bursts through some of the walls in some parts. I think I finally settled on something that doesn't glitch out real bad, so that's good. I kept Cucumber's room herself. You'll see that there's some spiral staircases in her room. There's a single tower that's in the house because I knew I wanted a tower element too. I thought if there was anyone that was going to have a mystical, witchy sort of feel that wasn't Scorpio, Virgo would be it. And I wanted her to be witchy in a potion master sort of way. So I did want to have like a tall tower that went up to the top, and the only thing that's up in the tower I think is the robot building station. So that's going to be where we can build our servo. This is the part of the build where I struggled a lot with the roof. I tried a billion different solutions, but I think in the end the answer was picking the style of roof, like a different style of roof to make it work better. The roofing tool is kind of a mystery to me, folks. Oh yeah, there it is. That's the one I decided on. And I think I like it. I think it works for the style of the house. I even played around with the idea of putting some like plants and stuff up on the top of the roofs. Decided against it. But I did think it would be really cute to, even though there was like this weird sort of section of floor tiles to ensure that the roof covered all of the house properly, I went ahead and just filled it up with vegetation. I'm probably going to regret this because I do think I'm going to probably have the that plant mod turned off while we're playing Virgo, because we are going to immediately be trying to get Cucumber to turn into a plant sim. As you can see, there was that back orchard. I did do that back orchard because I believe you can't have the, like, you don't get to spray the trees inside the greenhouse, I want to say it was. So I went ahead and, just to be safe, made a little orchard out in the back with the cow plant, which I think will be really fun. But yeah, I tried to make the house layout itself a little slimmed down and simple and just very practical, like only things we were actually going to use and spaces we were actually going to use, because that felt very in tune with Virgo. So I have a big sort of library study space on the first floor and a big study office space on the second floor that has all of those extra objects. We've got the front storefront, we have the kitchen over on the side, and then yeah, like upstairs only has the master bedroom, master bathroom, the upstairs to that tile, or the tower. I think that's it. Actually, I think that's it. I did put a guest bathroom in the storefront as well. That way, like, literally no one needs to come into my house. And we're going to open up a home business for this occasion so that we can work on those talent badges that we still need to get that are business related. There is the kitchen on the side there. I wanted this front stairway area to be just like very open. I wanted it to be cute and open. You could go into the kitchen if you wanted, or you could go straight outside into the cool greenhouse area to hang out. There's not really like a traditional living room in this space. There's more just like nooks and crannies, and I also made a bunch of the main doorways be the bookshelves, because I really don't want people coming in and out of a lot of these spaces, and that feels like a great way to not only be kind of themed Virgo-y with this like researcher, like thirst for knowledge kind of vibe, but also to keep people out of rooms, which is going to be nice. But I tried to also include plants all over the place, because I think if we're picturing Taurus as kind of our farming vibe, our like growing stuff out of doors and like making your own food and things like that, I think Virgo, I'm really emphasizing this idea of growing plants like inside or in greenhouses. I think there's a level of control needed to be able to grow plants outside of the actual earth itself, but also a nurturing and a care for detail. That's what I love and appreciate about Virgo. They're like, I think the fact that Virgo is my opposite, there is like a vibe to Virgo that I really admire, and I wish that I had more of in my own personality. I feel like the housewives and the personalities that I really like in evolved Virgos are like, there's like a self-assuredness to their decision making and like their sense of self that I feel like I can't relate to but wish that I could embody myself. I think it's a very Pisces Virgo thing where I feel like my sense of self is very shifting and my thoughts and ideas are very abstract, and it's hard for me to ever pinpoint exactly how I feel or what I think about things, or even my own idea of who I am. Whereas Virgo, it just feels like they know. They just know. They decide what is right and wrong, and I'm actually kind of jealous of that binary sort of thinking where they believe in the things that they're thinking to a point where it's just like, I'm right. I'm just right. There's very few things in my life that I feel that sure about. And I'm talking about evolved Virgos and not all Virgos, etc., etc. So this is the downstairs like library area. When it comes down to it, Cucumber really doesn't need skill building objects. We've already maxed her out because she is a beast. So I kind of devoted a big space of the downstairs library to the train set and didn't worry too much about like a ton of bookshelves. I do think that the main things we're going to be focusing on now are giving makeovers and doing our business to get those last talent badges, and also trying to get her to turn into a plant sim as soon as possible. So we're really not going to need to spend too much time in that library, so I went for aesthetics more than functionality there. Upstairs is kind of where I'm thinking you can take a guest to give them makeovers. I was initially thinking I was going to have Cucumber just do makeovers over and over again on her brothers, but they're annoying the shit out of me with the way that they're fighting, and I kind of just want to pare down in a really extreme way. So I do think one of the first things I'm going to do when we move in is just move those boys out and have Cucumber just by herself with her servo for a while. And I think that that'll be kind of a fun way to play with Virgo while we focus on our goals for a while. But yeah, this is the built-in ensuite bathroom to the master. The master has a fun vibe to it, I think, with the the curving staircases. I brought a lot of the furniture that Cucumber had in her previous bedrooms to this bedroom as well, and even went for the same like color scheme and accent wall because I just really liked it. I have always, since like generation 3, enjoyed decorating a Virgo space because I feel like the Virgo archetype lends itself to everything I love when it comes to decorating a space in the first place. And that's just how I feel about Virgos. Like, even though in my life, my heart was the most kicked in the ass and I had the worst time with a Virgo, I still find myself kind of admiring them the most as signs because of the way that they embody the things that I lack. So, and I think that, I don't know, just like the archetype of Virgo and like the perfectionist qualities and how there's this like emphasis on overthinking and being very like lost in the details, I can just find their descriptions sometimes pretty relatable. I don't know. So upstairs is going to be the study for Cucumber as well. There's the medicine station, which I feel like it would be kind of fun if we're able to sell medicines at the store. I absolutely want to do that. There's a huge, huge emphasis with Virgo and medicines, nursing, like literally healing the physical body. So any way that we can embody that in our Virgo Gen, I'm gonna try to do. And there's a spare bathroom up there as well, because you can never have too many bathrooms in a Sims house. But yeah, I put basically every like earned item that we have that we're holding on to in there, and also like any extra hobby items. It actually ended up working pretty well once I rearranged it a little bit. I think it ended up working out like a nice little personal study upstairs. But like we said, I don't think we're gonna really need to use a study too often. So that's once again more for aesthetic than function. I'm actually really happy with how it came out, especially as I'm looking at it now. There's a little observatory and like 3rd floor balcony you can go out on. And I'm excited to see how this plays. I'm hoping it won't be as glitchy as the Gemini high rise, hoping it'll play a little more smoothly, but we'll see. As always, I plan and God laughs here on the Sims 2 Astrolegacy Challenge. And without further ado, let's play some Virgo. The Astrolegacy Challenge has this insane ability, because of the cadence of the way I post the videos. It manages to, like, the most labor-intensive episodes, which I would say are, like, the college episodes, because these days I like to try to compact that all into, like, 1 or 2 episodes. And then also the new house build episodes, where I debut the house build, I do some voiceover, I do actually sometimes, well, it's like a hybrid of writing and improvising whenever I'm doing the voiceover for the speed builds. But then, like, it's just, like, these more labor-intensive episodes always seem to fall on a time in my life where I don't have the time for it. I'm in the middle of moving and I'm needing to, like, I had to do the college episode and the house build episode while I'm still moving. I'm still not fully moved in, and here we are. Let's go take a look at the Virgo house. I just remembered the bit that I want to do here in the beginning. Okay guys, get ready. I have a bit for you. Get ready. There's once again no way that I'm overhyping the bit I'm about to do here at the beginning of the episode. Two queens stand before me, but only one can stay here, as my Barbie makeover toy that Pickle famously would be if she were a children's toy. Kaoru, you were never really that interesting. Let me try to come up with a RuPaul NGE pun, hold on. Kaoru, how's your head? Flu, you have a charisma that leaves us coughing. God, there's gotta be, man, I'm sure one of you guys are gonna come up with such a funnier RuPaul style line about Kaoru or Flu. Flu, Shantae, you stay. Kaoru, sashay, away. Okay, that was really not worth it. And I also don't even think I can, first of all, I got a new hair for Kaoru. So let me go ahead and, how are we feeling about the Virgo house, by the way? I wanted to take one last look to make sure I liked it. But honestly, I think I'm digging it. I think I like it. I am going to bring these kids in because one of the first things I do think I want to do is eliminate the brothers. I wanted to pare down. Look, Cucumber was an overachiever. You're damn right she is. Kaoru, I am keeping you. Well, he's like freaked out that he came in through the bookcase. He would, because he's an idiot. Okay, one of the first things we do need to do actually is I finally got a hair for Kaoru. So before I have her do couples counseling, let's have her offer a free makeover to Kaoru. I guess he's just like attacking everyone because he's having a really bad time because he must have been afraid of both of his fathers dying. And unfortunately, both of the dads died before Cucumber even left to college. So he's been spinning out for a really long time now. He's useless, to be honest. He just throws tantrums and beats up his brother, and I've had it with him. So let's give him a free makeover before we kick him out of this goddamn house. He's a teenager. We should move him in with Jason. He should go to Jason's house for wayward teens. I think that's where I'm going to throw him. Okay, here we go. Let me see. I downloaded a hair. I didn't realize we had those cute pink braids. Oh my God. I don't even remember getting this hair. Aha. Oh my God. It doesn't work. So you know what? It fits him. As I was searching for hairs for Kaoru, I was trying to find an actual Kaoru hair from Neon Genesis, and I had hoped that I could find it. I thought it would be pretty popular, but there's a lot more like Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy hairs than there are anime hairs on Mod The Sims, which is where I usually look for downloads. I thought that a Cloud hair, oh my God, I thought that Cloud's hair would work for Kaoru, but it looks like his head is swollen, actually. But you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's see. Did I get a computer in any area of this house? That might be one flaw of this house. Yeah, I don't think I gave her a computer, which is kind of messed up because I think a Virgo would absolutely have a PC. Now, I don't think Kaoru is the worst student in school the way Flu is. So I think that I don't mind raising Flu to adulthood. He's like fine. He's fine. In fact, let's go ahead and give Flu a little makeover because his parrot is messed up anyway. And I think a little refresh would not only help us with our badge, but also help refresh that little parrot. Kaoru is about to leave this household and move to college. I am absolutely sure I want to do this. Get his ass out of here. Goodbye, Kaoru. Kaoru, sashay away. How's your head, Kaoru? Fly him to the moon. Okay, let's see. For Flu, I do like his Justin Bieber hair. No, I'm going to keep him with his dumb little hair because I just think they're so funny. We have more earrings for boys than we do for girls in this house. That's so funny. Okay, bring me back my parrot. Yeah, Kaoru, get the hell out of here. They're not even going to say bye to Kaoru. He's so stupid. Can he even get out of this house? He can't even get out of this house because he's too dumb. Oh my God. Hold on. Get down here. Bitch, I know. Okay, he got there. Somehow he got there. He didn't he must have I should have looked at him. I didn't even want to look at his ass. But yeah, he's gone now. Okay, so and then there were two. So I guess fuck that idea I had. Ow! Oh man, I was sitting on my foot in a way that hurt when I moved just now. But yeah, here we are in the new Virgo household. I'm excited to hear, ow, my foot. I'm really excited to hear what you guys think about the Virgo house. I'm super pumped. I think in the rest of today's episode, I would like to try to get Cucumber's servo built because that was something I planned to do with Virgo. And I also want to see if we can get her on her way to becoming a plant sim. Okay, so we've got servo here. I'm thinking because when we were playing Andromeda, we made servo, and I believe it was a male style servo. I want to now make a female style servo, and what better name for servo than Servette? Flu, like, go entertain yourself, please. He's still mad at Calru, as he should be. Yeah, Flu is useless. He has an F in school. All he has is body skill points. He's just a hunk. He's turning into a himbo as he gets older, and we support that. What was his sign again? Is it Sag? No, it's Gemini. He's a very mean Gemini. So actually, with that niceness, he's not a himbo, he's a Chad. He's just got 6 days to go, so we're just gonna burn through 6 days for him. Is Cucumber the nicest sim we've ever had? I would not have expected our Virgo heir to be the nicest sim we've ever had, but that's really funny. But yeah, I think that she may be because she has 10 nice points, and I'm not sure if we've ever had an heir with 10 nice points, but if anyone knows that I'm wrong on that, let me know. Okay, Flu, can you greet our neighbors, Dixon Beatty, Aaron Tinker, and our very own Andromeda Gurgis? Oh, I bet he's gonna get confused. Hold on. No one's gonna be able to come into the greater house, which is fine with me, because that's exactly how I designed it, on purpose. Yeah, why don't you guys all just hang out here? Now you won't be able to come back into the house, and that's how I like it, here on the Virgo Gen. Did I ever say welcome back, everybody, to the Sims 2 Astrolegacy Challenge? Well, we're halfway, if not 3/4 of the way through the episode. Welcome back to the Sims 2 Astrolegacy Challenge, everybody. Welcome to Virgo season. I've been a mess in terms of production because I've been in the middle of moving. All sorts of, my car is dead, like lots of stuff is happening. So I deeply apologize for, I feel like how it feels very grating to me to be so off my schedule, and it's upsetting to me that I'm not posting more because I'm at a point where I want to post more than ever, but like life is getting in the way, and we've had some really labor intensive episodes, including the college ones and the house building episodes, as I said in the beginning. So all this to say, things are turning around. I'm finally in the new place, and I'm still in the midst of unpacking and getting everything settled. I'm hoping to pull ahead soon, and by like the end of the month, I'm hoping we'll be back on track and even posting a bunch of new stuff. So hang in there with me, baby. Hang in there. Who is coughing? Honestly, I should death note you, Aaron Tinker, because if you're gonna get flu in me, no thank you. Flu in me, no thank you. It's so funny how this is like a labyrinthian prison. Like, there's no way for anyone to use the objects in the house, and I love that for us. I simply love it. Meanwhile, the only person who matters and has that's been the way is Cucumber. I think that once we get Servette built, I would like to get us some new outfits. We probably have a million outfits though in our local wardrobe, unless unless when we destroyed the lot and came back, it may have wiped us out. I don't know where the game stores that information, so we'll see. I like her little shoes in this outfit. This is a very Darkness outfit. This is essentially the outfit Darkness was wearing as an old man before he died. Does it even have that little like anchor pin? No, I don't think so. Oh my god. The guy who's coughing outside of our house can go die. It is actually so wild to hear that in the background. We should make some medicine for these sick people. Selling medicines. Like, she's like an apothecary. Truly, like Apothecary Todd. Oh, which, by the way, I noticed from our balcony, you can see Apothecary Todd's grave. Isn't that funny? If you guys haven't checked out my Lemonade Stand Rags to Riches episode that I put out on April Fool's Day, that's one thing I did manage to pull off before my life got totally upturned by moving. You know what we do need in this house, though, that I don't think I got is a stereo. Let me get a little stereo for us so we can have some music. Let's see, what music do we want to listen to for Virgo? Let's whip out some classical. Okay, yeah, so also, technically Cucumber's lifetime want is to become education minister. I think that income could help us, but I feel like we have lots of money to live off of right now. The main thing I would like is her perma-platinum status is the thing, because I like to use the Energizer. And she is kind of just like staying at a low gold without the Energizer, or without her lifetime want being in platinum. See, we're keeping people like you out of our house. Stay out there. Stay out there. You're not welcome here. It's like a zombie apocalypse outside. Jesus. We need Servo as soon as possible because obviously, oh my god, sorry. Flu is useless. So I feel like it's basically like we're living alone here. Look how beautiful this is though. This is the essence of Virgo season, guys. Is she really gonna default to setting up the table upstairs when I have an entire dining room? Ain't that just the way? I feel like that's something that's really consistent across most of the Sims games, is that they like route to the stupidest sinks and tables and stuff like that. Like, I'm gonna go wash my dishes at the bathroom sink upstairs, you know? Stuff like that. Yeah, when there's a table right there in the kitchen. And now she's gonna go eat out here. But I like that. No, I think I'm happy with how the Virgo house came out. I wasn't sure if I was going to come back in and do some changes. It was one of those things where I needed to walk away from my art, you know? But I think I like it. I will probably add some more lawn stuff at some point. I think I want to put some bushes out. That way when you're like looking out here, instead of seeing the hell of a hacienda, you're probably seeing like a hedge or something. Not that I'm against the views of the hell of a hacienda. Man, remember that stream? I want to do a Sim stream again soon. It looks like there's a lot that we can spray as well, which would be good. What wants does she have? She wants to get a pet. Of course she does. I honestly feel like a cat could be okay here. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed the college episode, by the way. It was so fun. It ended, even though it is a more labor-intensive episode, it was really fun to play, and it made me really happy to hear how many of you are like, these are my favorite episodes. It made it super worth it to play college, so I think that we can finish up the Astrolegacy challenge. Are you guys still here? Get out of here. I do think we probably should just take advantage of Flu being here and give him a million makeovers, probably. I'm going to have Cucumber start to spray as well. Because simultaneously, I'm going to be working towards getting her turned into a plant sim and making her Servette. One thing I keep kind of low-key worrying about, and I am going to mention it now in case y'all notice this. Where are you? Oh, he's right here. Oh man, okay. You guys can all fuck right off, except you, Andromeda, but like, go back to your house. Servo wants, like, I'm sure Servo's missing you, you know? Not that you care. It's really funny how they like surround the house like that. How do you want to buy a tree when we have an entire goddamn orchard back here? Good lord. You know what, I'll do it anyway, because I kind of wanted to buy a tree too. I was getting these fun, like, bonsai trees outside for Virgo season, just because we haven't really used those yet, and I just like their, like, desaturated colors and the crookedness of it all. I don't know, I just think it worked well. Let's focus on who really matters here. Cucumber. Okay, before she goes to bed, I'm gonna make Flu let us give him a bunch of makeovers. Oh, Flu! We're like, Cucumber's like, hey, Flu! Makeover time. Yes, dear. Look at those cool colors that braid has. I love it. You know, he honestly looks pretty good with Darkness's haircut too. Star. He looks like Star. Oh my god! This is one of the first times I feel like you can tell. Wow. Oh my god, let's give him just that so I can enjoy the fact that we can see our ancestors in this haircut. The coughing, though. Oh my god, is he not the spitting image of Star? He looks just like Star did! That is so crazy. Okay, let's give him another and I'll take him back to what he was. I can't believe how much he looks like Star with the curls. That's so cute. Back to ye old hair. Ye old Bieber cut. There we go. But yeah, she doesn't even have a bronze badge yet, does she? No. God, I bet that's gonna take forever. I wonder how many makeovers a day we have to give him in order to get... At least she did like 3 or 4 successful in a row, so that's nice. Okay, everyone. I didn't even make a bedroom for Flu. Well, because I wasn't planning on keeping them in the house. Ah, great. Where do I even put him? I'm gonna make him sleep in the greenhouse, because I feel like that's the most open space I can put him in without needing to, like, move anything around. And there's no way I'm gonna move shit around. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna just sleep in the greenhouse, buddy. I'm sorry. You're just our Barbie makeover doll. I can't even get him to get a job or anything because he's a teenager. Like, how lame is that? He's useless. Cucumber got up to clean her shower. She rules. And look, she has some pretty easy things that we could do. She wants to hula and slap dance. we can get her up to a little bit higher than gold, like a little higher gold, then I think we can use the Energizer to keep her mood good. Why did I log? Oh yeah, she wants to see the Ghost of... You're not going to see the Ghost of Darkness anytime soon, sister. But anyway, she wants to get maximum enthusiasm and tinkering, and I think she'll be able to do that pretty easily by working on Servette. So let me get this all cleaned up. Let's get some breakfast going. Cool. Okay, she's about ready. Let's do this. All right, continue crafting the servo. Flu brought a friend home. Looks like it's one of Jason's kids. Where's your homework? Is everything still glitching? Of course he can't get inside. Where's his friend? How did he get inside? What? Oh my god, there's some issues happening. And what's bad is the homework, like, school bus issue still happening. That's making me think that maybe I'm gonna need to do a hood checker. Because this is a brand new lot. There shouldn't be anything going wrong with this lot yet. Have I fucked things up by making it inaccessible? But I haven't really. Oh, you got so close, Cucumber. Okay, come back up here. Finish this. She did it. Wow, Servette's servos can sell for 6,000 simoleons. Initialize as female. Servette is being born, you guys. The name is Servette. She has a little pink bow! Look at Servette! Servette is serving C. Servette lives to serve. Oh my god, she rules. Did you just admire me? That's sweet. Are you guys like instant best friends? No, you'll have to earn the best friendom, I guess. We need to invite over some of Cucumber's college friends. Oh my god. So Servette wants to be a prestidigitator and she is a knowledge sim. But yeah, we finally have Servette. That's exciting. That was one of the main goals I had this episode. Let me go ahead and now have Cucumber come over here. And what clothing options do we have? Yeah, I'm curious to see, how does the game store outfits? Like, do we just have that with our family, or... Oh, I think we do! I mean, because I don't think she would have just had these clothes randomly. Yes, I think we still have all of our clothes. That's awesome! I might want to go shopping for her, because, like, we have a lot of fun outfits, but, like, she's a more reserved sim than we've had in a while. Let's go ahead and, like, go down... You know what? Maybe we can invite one of our friends. Do we have a phone? I don't think we even have a phone, now that I think about it. Let me go ahead and get us a phone. Let's call our friend. Let's call our friend Kenya. We should make a group of friends. That would be kind of fun. Or Melissa. I think we should go out with either Kenya or Melissa. Let's go with Melissa. We haven't seen her since college. Oh wait, I can't invite her out somewhere? Is it because she's in college-y times? Let's try calling Kenya instead and see if that fixes it. Oh my god, who's calling? Who is calling? You're calling for Servette? Who are you? Who even is this? What? No! Don't call for my Servette. I don't know who you are. What the fuck was that? Okay, let me call Sim. Jesus Christ. It would be fun to invite over the Contessa Willow Smith. Yeah, I kind of want to make a group of girls that we can go hang out with. Okay, no, we can't invite out. That's so weird. What's with that? I'm contemplating the idea of a detached garage over here. I think that could be kind of cute. That could be a guest house, actually, now that I think about it. Then all of the stupid guests could just go there. Let's go get you some clothes for adulthood. And no, no one is invited. It's just me. Let's go to IN Clothing and Apparel. So maybe we utilize Flu and Servette as employees of this place, of this shop we're about to open. We all trade off roles so that she can get each particular badge. And then once she gets all of the badges, we can get her fully working on plant simism. And hopefully by that point, Flu will be an adult, we'll have utilized Flu, and I don't know if we can give makeovers to Servette or not. Probably not. But we have utilized the makeup chair. I should probably move the makeup chair down to the public area too, so that we can like try to offer makeovers to all of the customers. We're gonna have to really figure this out, guys. Let's see. Okay, once again, I'm gonna get a couple of options, I think, and then make a decision from there. I'm looking for looks that are like, not necessarily like simple, but like minimalism-ish, you know? Things that are like understated, clean, and classy. Like, ooh, yeah, if she weren't wearing heels, I just feel like she wouldn't wear heels. Like neutrally colors. Though this is very cute. Yeah, there's so many like outfits with heels. Like, what if you're not a heeled girly, you know? Okay, got a few options. Let's see what we can do. I'm getting ready to lead a legacy, ma'am. I need to find my fit. Okay, let's see. I was thinking about maybe something simple, like a white tank top, and then I got her jeans with a belt. Yeah, something like this. Honestly? I don't hate that. I actually think that this is definitely like a contender, because I've been liking her like kind of more simple outfits. Otherwise, ooh, the white turtleneck looks good on her. But once again, I don't want her to wear heels. I just don't feel like she would wear heels. Yeah, like these little boots were perfect. I almost want to go with this outfit, but I feel like this is too similar to what Darkness was wearing. And I really feel like white just looks really good on her. Oh, let's see how this looks. Oh my gosh, actually. She's like, me? I'm not going to practice romance. I just want to see what you look like looking this way. Oh my gosh, though. Hold up. Hold up. That might be the one, actually. What if, like, what if we changed her outfit depending on the season? No, that's way too much work for me to remember. Okay, no, I actually kind of like this one a lot. I like the, like, pushed up little sleeves. I like the purple with her green skin. I think that looks really nice. And I like the white pants because that keeps the white that I'm looking for, but I hadn't considered white pants. And I think she's clean enough that she wouldn't stain her pair of white pants the way that I would immediately if I wore those white pants. I also don't think there's a Labor Day in The Sims. Oh my god, so purple's her color. There's babies? What the hell? The pattern on this dress is babies? Okay, hold on. No, we're not doing that. Can we all just take in the fact that the pattern on that dress is babies? I thought it was flowers, but it's like baby skeletons and just babies' butts. Baby butt right here. That's insane. Can we zoom in on that? Oh my god, how weird. Okay, so we're not doing that look, obviously. I think this is beautiful, but maybe more for her, No, come here. Come look at me. Look at me. No, look at me. Oh, I don't know. That's really pretty, and the flowers match the flowers. The flowers match the flowers. Do we have jewelry for sale here? I feel like everywhere I keep going. Aha! Okay, let's buy some jewelry too. I actually think I like this the best. I like the simplicity of the white dress. I like that there's not heels involved. And I also like that, you know, we're opening up a flower store and it has flowers on it. I'm gonna get some bigger hoop earrings. And then I like these drop earrings too. Oh, we have those already. What, we do? Okay, maybe we just don't have a lot of teenager jewelry? Okay, good to know. Then let's get her jewelry on too. Oh my god, there's an unsavory charlatan here. We gotta make sure she does not go near him. We've been robbed by him before, but I think it was in Takamizu Village. Yeah, I'm liking it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Did you like this look? Do you like the tank top look? Or do you like the turtleneck look better? I'll hear it out. I'll hear it all out. We could even change her outfit if we need to. I just think that for now, it works. I'm going to give her these little dangly earrings because I think those are cute. You're beautiful, girl. And she likes what I picked for her for once. I love that. All right, let's go home before we can get robbed by that unsavory charlatan. And I guess let's wrap up today by getting our home business started, I suppose. Okay, we're back home. Let's see what we can do here. I can't believe, is that Band-Aid? Yeah, I can't even believe Band-Aid's here. Servette's like, fuck you, Band-Aid. Can you banish Band-Aid? Shoo him out of the room. And he has the flu. He shouldn't even be allowed to be in here. I don't even know how we're gonna get him out of here. It's really making me think I'm gonna have to put a goddamn door that people can use, but I really don't want to. Oh, now he's gonna leave. Love to see how you're gonna leave. Love to watch you go. Good lord. Let's see what jobs are available. Because part of me is like, I think that it wouldn't take very long to get her to the top of the education career. That's easy pathway to platinum. Platinum then equates to us being able to use the Energizer. I could just use a genie wish, but I feel like it's just so easy with how maxed out she is. We could do this easily. So let's see if we can find it. See, he's trying desperately to figure out how to get out of here. Yeah, you should be like crying and worrying. You're lucky that the cow plant's not hungry. Band-Aid. Okay, there's no jobs. Okay, so we're gonna keep on the lookout for education because that'll make it to where we can use the Energizer. And then part of me is like, I guess we should just keep spraying many of the trees because it's gonna take her a while to become a plant sim. So I don't think it's gonna hurt to up the amount of trees that we're spraying, but we definitely don't want to time that wrong. And then I think we can go ahead and set up the home business. Yeah, I just wish that we could get her to platinum first is the thing. The jobs might reset at midnight perhaps, so we'll see. Did you make turkey, Servette? Thank you. And you're even serving the correct table. Thank you. She's so smart. Oh, I already love Servette. What sign is she? She's a Virgo too. She's just like her creator. That's very cute. She's gonna do chores after this. No, this is the first time I think that the servo is gonna be like super, super helpful because we do only have Cucumber who has a lot of goals. And although she is an extremely neat sim, we really need like help with all of the stuff going on at the house, especially if we're gonna have this business going on at the side too. Band-Aid's still desperately trying to figure out how to get out of this house. I guess I should let him get out because he may starve to death here. You never know. He might go the way of oh my god, I can't believe I can't remember the name of the burglar from the Sims 2 business challenge now. Here, I'll put a gate back here that maybe we only unlock when visitors get into the house when we didn't want them to. Oh no, he just came in and sat down to eat some turkey. God damn it. Get out of here! Guests are bothering me. We can do this all at once, I think. And then, I think we'll set up the business, and then I think this might be where I need to leave you guys today. As I said, life is crazy right now. So I think that we will get the business started, but we'll play the gist of it next episode. What do we... I think I was Blooms and Bolts? Or Bolts and Blooms? Blooms and Bolts? Blooms and Bolts. Yeah, because it's like nuts and bolts. Yeah, Blooms and Bolts. Get up here. We're gonna open up Blooms and Bolts. We've almost got everything set up for the Virgo generation to really begin. Okay, we can start selling items and services at home and Business Tracker will record our progress. Perfect, it's just like the lemonade stand challenge. Okay, but it's gonna end a little bit better than that, I think. So let me see, where is Flu right now? Wake up, Flu. I think as we end today's episode, I am gonna queue up a gazillion makeovers and see if we can't get to bronze before the end of this episode. Oh, damn it! It won't let me offer a free... Is there a limited amount of free makeovers I can give? OMG. Well, that sucks. Okay, well, that just foiled all of my plans here at the end of the goddamn episode. And I also don't know what is that about? Why? Well, okay. Guys, I think that's all I'm gonna have time for this week. If you guys like this episode and you like the Virgo house, be sure to give this episode a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I've got new episodes of the Sims 2 Astrolegacy challenge every Sim Monday. I am doing my damnedest to get back on track and have some more videos coming out for you very soon. And we also stream monthly here. And the next live stream is going to be Friday, April... I'm going to put it on the screen. The last Friday in April at 6 p.m. Central. And we are going to be playing Nancy Drew, Danger by Design. I'm anticipating that it might take more than one stream to finish Nancy Drew, and I'm not going to make you guys wait a whole month in between. I think if we do end up playing Nancy Drew and I don't get to the finish line on one night, which is very likely, I'll probably do potentially a follow-up stream on that following Sunday. So be on the lookout for that. I'm starting to put that out there because I do think that's going to be a possibility and I want you guys to know in case you want to have it on your radar. But yeah, I think that this is where Cucumber and I are going to leave you. Let me know what you think about Servette. Let me know what you think we should do with Flu. Does Flu even have a lifetime want? Yeah, he does. He wants to be a prestidigitator too? Why does everyone in the world? That's like the Sims 2 equivalent of wanting to become a YouTuber, I guess. All right, guys, I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.